Good morning, my Gemini folks, or afternoon, evening, whenever you read this, watch this. I am very tired. I apologize that I am so late on our Leo season readings. We're already a week into Leo season, but here we go. I'm going to do them anyway. So let's go ahead and get started. What can Gemini expect for Leo season as a whole? So Leo season as a whole for Geminis. Of course, now my deck doesn't want to tell me anything, right? You guys actually have some kind of spicy astrology going on this time. That's too much. All right, here we go. Ace of Wands. Look at that. Ace of Wands. So you guys actually get the Jupiter-Mars conjunction happening in Gemini. So that's definitely some Ace of Wands energy right there. You guys have a lot of fiery type of stuff going on now. Mercury, your ruling planet, will be stationing retrograde on August 5th. So, you know, reviewing things, looking back to the past type of stuff. But there's a lot of spiciness going on. There's that Mars energy to speak up for yourself. There, Jupiter is there that's kind of adding to it, making things bigger, right? So there is definitely a lot of like new, fiery, passionate beginning type of energy going on here. However, it could be coming from the past as well, so just keep that in mind. Past coming back up. Also, make sure that you're not getting carried away, because Jupiter and Gemini can tend to get a bit carried away, so just keep that in mind as well. Something unexpected for Gemini during this time, during the Leo season. We've got Knight of Cups, speaking of the past coming back around. Watch this. Okay, from my perspective, both of these are looking backwards. We're looking to the past, okay? And we've got our Knight of Cups looking at our Ace of Wands here. So this is very, very much a lot of potential of, you know, someone from the past coming back in with some, oh my gosh, I miss you, I love you, blah, 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 okay? Could be somebody that you completely were like, nope, I'm done, I'm good. Thought it was totally over, which could be the unexpected part of this, okay? A lot of communication for you guys right now. How to stay grounded. How can Gemini stay grounded? Ooh, we've got the Devil card. Make sure you're the one pulling the strings here. Make sure you're the one that is in control. Make sure that you're not allowing other people to manipulate you, to pull your strings. Make sure you're not falling into obsession type of stuff, but definitely make sure that you are the one maintaining control in the situations during this time. I love the Devil when it's in a good position, because it really means that you're the one in control. An important emotion for Gemini during this time. Six of Pentacles. So there is this giving and receiving here. Six of Pentacles, I know I've heard a lot of newer tarot readers have clung to the whole breadcrumbing thing, but honestly, that's really not what it is unless it shows up with other cards. Okay, it really is truly about being able to give or being willing to receive, okay? So there's something in here, there's a give and take here that's important for you when it comes to your emotional state. Make sure you're not completely closed off. Make sure you're not letting that Jupiter and Mars come together to get you a little extra feisty, right? Don't close yourself off too much, because that conjunction is actually going to be squaring off with Saturn as well. So there is like this push to close off and keep the boundaries a little too high and things like that. But there's also a push, because Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, squaring off with you guys. There's also like a test of your boundaries, a test of emotional boundaries, right? So just kind of make sure that you're really paying attention to how you're maintaining your boundaries. Make sure that you're staying in control and you're not allowing people to push past your boundaries, but don't be so closed off that you're not willing to accept anything from anyone, okay? Don't be so closed off that you're shutting things down, keeping it on a surface level, because Jupiter and Gemini can definitely like overemphasize that surface level type of energy of Gemini. So make sure that you're willing to give and receive. Make sure that you are open to the possibilities here. Something that will inspire. during Leo season. It is something that will inspire Gemini during Leo season. That one tried and then changed its mind. Let's see. Three of Swords. It's almost like it's that last test of the boundaries here, right? That person comes trotting in from the past when Mercury stations retrograde, and you're like, oh, well, let's give it another try. And lo and behold, it turns out exactly the same as it did before, because people are who they are. Yes, people can change, but it takes a lot for people to snap out of it and change, okay? So really, again, make sure that those boundaries are high. Make sure that, okay, let me rephrase this. When people come back from your past, we all know how this goes. It's the same story over and over again. It is very rare for someone to actually change their ways. So when somebody comes back in this very Knight of Cups, oh, I miss you, I love you type of energy, 9 times out of 10, they have not faced their crap. They're coming in kind of a little bit narcissistic type of ways, okay? They are testing boundaries. They're trying to like just come back to a comfort space for them, okay? And leaning on your boundaries, making sure that you're staying in control, while you may want to let this person back in, and you may be willing to kind of give a little and take a little and have the conversations, because conversation is going to be very important during this time for you. It doesn't mean it's going to work out, right? You still got to listen to your intuition. You still have to trust what you're seeing before your eyes. And you also have to look at past experiences. People tell you who they are, and you need to trust that. And even if you're trusting that, even if you're aware of a potential outcome, it can still bring a lot of heartache. But sometimes that heartache, then I think that's why we're seeing this in this inspiration place, is that heartache, you knew it was coming. And it's almost like it's an inspiration to you to be able to lean on your intuition better next time. It's one of those unfortunate things where trusting your gut doesn't always necessarily make everything great and beautiful. Sometimes it's hurtful to do so. But at the same time, it also is inspiring for you to understand that you can trust yourself. You can trust your gut, okay? Spirit guides speaking. Ooh. 5 of Swords. And there's your heartache right there. Is this person coming in, these people coming in from your past, and oh, I've changed and things are so much better, blah, blah, blah. And, you talk to them, you have the conversations, right? But you're staying in control. And by staying in control, you are able to clearly see their shadiness. You are able to clearly see the gossiping that they do, the talking about people behind their backs. And you start seeing them much more for who they truly are. And your spirit guides are pointing this out to you. And yes, it does end up being hurtful, but again, helps you to learn to trust yourself better and trust your intuition and your own mind better. Okay? How to stay grounded? How can Gemini stay grounded here during Leo season? How can Gemini... Oh, there she was. And you got the Strength card. It's a little taming the lion kind of thing. And I'm actually really digging this. Watch. Really digging this. So we got the Devil on how to stay grounded. Strength is how to support yourself. You are staying in control here. You are not allowing other people to pull your strings. You've got confidence. You are leaning on that confidence. And while other people are definitely going to test it, because quite honestly, the astrology with you guys is a bit spicy this whole time, and you will be tested. And the outcome of those tests is probably going to be hurtful, but it's teaching you to stand up for yourself. It's teaching you to hold on to your own confidence and trust your confidence and your ability to control things yourself. And we have Four of Wands on the bottom. So there, it's almost like you've already started making some kind of progress, because this is like that underlying energy of what's pushing this. You've already started to make progress, and somebody is seeing you make progress, and now they're wanting to come in and ride your coattails off of that progress, okay? So just keep that in mind throughout the next couple of weeks. If folks are popping back up this super sweet energy, they might be wanting something from you, okay? Clarifiers for our Ace of Wands, please. We have the Chariot moving forward. Two of Wands, yep, moving forward. And Ten of Swords, okay, yeah. With our King of Pentacles on the bottom here. So this is very much giving me the energy of this Ace of Wands, this new, fiery, fun, inspiring type of adventure that you've got ahead of you for this time period, is because you made the decision to put an end to something and move forward for yourself. You decided to move forward to chase your dreams and leave the past behind you. But the past is going to try to follow you into your new future that you've made here. And it's probably because you're doing pretty well at it. You got this King of Pentacles. That's the underlying energy for that. So you probably have made quite a bit of progress, and other people are seeing that progress, and they're going to want to come and, like I said, ride your coattails on that progress, okay? What is influencing Gemini during this time? We have trust. You want to trust, and quite honestly, I'm a Sagittarius. We're the sister signs. We like to trust people. We like to have fun, right? We don't want people to, we don't want to think the worst of people, right? So we do always have like this underlying energy of trusting, right? So there is this influence of trusting, but at the same time also the need to make sure that we're maintaining control in that trust, okay? Your advice during this time, what is Gemini's advice? Extremes. And of course you guys again have Jupiter and Mars in your sign, and Mercury is going to station retrograde. Quite honestly, get a little crazy. There is sometimes that's what you got to do to get through to people. Sometimes you got to get loud. Sometimes you got to say the mean words. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. If people are not listening to you when you're speaking, sometimes you got to yell. And that is their problem, not yours, right? You can't always just keep being the bigger person. Because when you keep being the bigger person, the crappy people will keep being the crappy people. If you got to get a little extreme with your words to get them to hear you, by all means, nothing wrong with that. Go on ahead and do that. We have the masculine on the bottom of this, so there is this, again, influence of staying in control, you being the one pulling the strings, you staying in your confidence, and making sure that you are keeping things moving forward for yourself and not allowing anyone else to come in and take that from you.